Good morning everyone, my name is John and welcome to the vlog. If you're new to the channel, you're very much welcome. For today, we're going to have our top tier series, specifically tackling true or false questions. True or false questions are very much common, especially in the academic setting. For instance, your high school examination, admission exam, or college or university examinations, or even at your workplace when you've got some training to do. So let's talk about 5 tips so you'll be able to do better with your true or false questions. Before we begin, let's give a massive shout out to our frontliners for their endless efforts against COVID-19. Also, hi to my family, friends, Team Vitroso, Team PP, and Team Gigil. I hope you're all doing well today. Also, hello and big shout out to Ate Susan. Thank you very much for your delicious meals. Guys, if you'd like to order breakfast, lunch, or dinner, just check Ate Susan Trinidad's page on Facebook, and that's Susan's Kitchen. Also, to Chanel Manzanillo, thank you very much and massive shout out to you. So guys, if you'd like to order some cakes for various occasions, feel free to check her Facebook page or Facebook account, that's Chanel Manzanillo. So guys, let's begin. Let's go to tip number 1. Remember that the whole statement must be true in order for the answer to be true. True or false are very tricky, since despite assuming that the statement is true, one word may change its meaning, making it false. So we've got a reading skill called skimming, which is very essential. In true or false questions, however, you have to read the whole question more carefully for you to be able to spot errors more accurately, and then this helps you decipher whether the statement is true or false. So remember to put yourself into the shoes of a quality inspector and then inspect or scrutinize or check thoroughly that statement for any error. If you found one, then the answer to that statement or question is false. Also, don't overanalyze. Analysis leads to paralysis, so just crack on. Let's proceed to our example. True or false? Christmas Day is on December 25, New Year's Day is on January 1, and Valentine's Day is on February 25. So here we're talking about special days in a year and their respective dates. Let's highlight them. So in our example, the part Christmas Day is on December 25 is true, New Year's Day is on January 1 is also true, but we know that Valentine's Day is on February 14, making February 25 wrong. Since the information in our sentence is incorrect, then the answer is false. Now we're done with tip number 1, let's go to tip number 2. Beware of qualifiers and absolutes. Qualifiers are words that modify a statement by expressing amount, quality, degree, or intensity, and examples include some, often, seldom, rarely, nothing, occasionally, frequently, and sometimes. So when you see these words, make sure to mark them and circle them, underline them, and then see if the statement is still true. For example, true or false? A right triangle is often called an equilateral. First, let's highlight the qualifier often and the terms right triangle and equilateral and think if they make the statement true. In geometry, a right triangle is described as a triangle with a 90-degree angle or a right angle. On the other hand, an equilateral is a triangle that has 3 equal sides, or in other words, a triangle which sides are of equal length. Equi means equal and lateral means side, thus equal sides. So let's read the question again. With your geometry knowledge, we can say that a right triangle will never be an equilateral, so our answer is false. Meanwhile, absolutes are words that may add certainty or generalization to a statement, and examples include always, all, every, entirely, never, completely, most, best, absolutely, none, rarely, and worst. So for absolutes, when you see these words, be sure to mark them and circle them or underline them and then check if the statement is true. Usually absolutes or absolute words make a statement wrong or false. For example, true or false? The question says the sun always rises in the east and sets in the west. Take note of the absolute qualifier always and highlight the following. Sun rises in the east and sets in the west. The statement is actually a general knowledge, so our answer is true. Okay guys, we're almost halfway. Tip number 3, beware of negatives. So negatives also make a statement either true or false depending on the context. Negatives may be words such as no, not, and cannot, or prefixes like in, here, ill, on, im, none, and this. Let's study this example. True or false? Not all birds cannot fly. This sentence used two negatives, or what we call double negatives. We have the words not and cannot. It also translates into a positive statement, which is all birds can fly. And we know that some bird species cannot fly, so our answer is false. Examples of birds that do not fly include penguins and ostriches. Okay guys, for tip number 4, watch out for item lists. So John, why do we have to keep an eye on item lists? It's simply because one of them could be wrong, which could make the statement false. Let's study this example, true or false. Whales, platypuses, and sharks are examples of mammals. So we've highlighted the words whales, platypuses, sharks, and mammals. So in biology, mammals are characterized as warm-blooded species from the kingdom Animalia, and they're also known to having mammary glands which they use to feed their young. So among whale, platypus, and shark's classified as a fish as it's cold-blooded and it has no mammary glands. Because one word is wrong in the sentence, which is shark, our answer is false. Okay guys, so on to the last tip, we've got trust your instincts. So all I can say is if you don't know the answer, choose one, whether it's true or false, or right, false, or true. Just trust your instinct because you've got a 50-50 chance of getting it right because you've only got 2 choices for the answer. Also, just take note that there might be more true answers than the false ones, but that's not always the case. Also, some students rely on true or false pattern, but it's already 2020, so don't rely on that, alright? So guys, those are the 5 tips in answering true or false questions. Let's have a recap. First, remember that the statement must be true for the answer to be true. Tip number 2, beware of qualifiers and absolutes. The third one is beware of negatives. The fourth one is watch out for list items. And lastly, trust your instincts. And before we end, we've got the question of the day. For a top tier question or question of the day, how do you tackle true or false questions? Feel free to drop your comments below. Okay guys, this concludes our vlog for today. If you like the content of our video, don't forget to press the thumbs up button and also subscribe and hit the bell icon for future updates. Okay guys, have a good day. Thank you very much for watching and I'll see you later. Goodbye. Let's go to tip number 1. Remember that the phone... So all I can say is, if you don't know the answer, just write either true or false or troll. Also, some students rely on true or false patterns, but it's all... Also, some students rely on... Okay guys? Guys, have a good day. Thank you very much for watching and I'll see you later. Bye!